Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead and turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today with MLB and college football today. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate. Starting with the Los Angeles Angels versus the Oakland Athletics. Angels opening up as road favorites at -130. Oakland +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 64-71. Oakland 40-95. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 4.38. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 4.15. Canning, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels, what a disappointing game for them yesterday, losing 9-2 to Oakland. Yeah, I think the Angels' time is up. We saw what they did at the deadline and trading all the, getting rid of just a lot of players. The vibes are not good in Los Angeles here. They are just 2-5 on the road against Oakland. Yeah, give me Oakland +1.5 at home here. Next matchup, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Cleveland Guardians. Rays opening up as road favorites at -120. Cleveland +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Rays coming into this matchup 82-53. Cleveland 65-70. Rays coming into this, pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA of 4.45. Pitching for the Guardians is Logan Allen with an ERA of 3.61. Littell, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Allen, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Rays losing to Cleveland yesterday 3-2. Kind of a disappointing loss for Tampa Bay yesterday. They are still 8-2 in their last 10, so they are still playing well. They are 5-2 on the road. Littell coming off a couple 4-run games here. Allen coming off a 5-run game. I still like the Rays. It was a tight game yesterday, but I'm going to take the Rays on the bounce back here on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -110. The Reds +100 with the over-under at 9.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 72-63. The Reds 70-67. Pitching for the Cubs is Javier Assad with an ERA of 2.96. Pitching for the Reds is Andrew Abbott with an ERA of 3.35. Assad, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Abbott, he's coming off back-to-back 3-run games here. And yeah, they had the doubleheader yesterday. Cubs winning the first game, losing the second game. That's how a doubleheader goes. It's like they always split, and that's exactly how doubleheaders go. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 2 to 3 runs here. Really a coin flip, to be honest. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Reds +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. Boston opening up as road favorites at -230. The Royals +190 with the over-under at 10. Boston coming into this matchup 69-66. The Royals 42-94. Pitching for Boston is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 4.93. Pitching for the Royals is Alec Marsh with an ERA of 5.47. Houck, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Marsh, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Boston on a 5-game losing streak. I mean, they lost 13-2 to the Royals yesterday. Pretty insane. Not sure what happened for Boston. And that just kind of sums up just MLB for you. Just for no reason, losing 13-2 yesterday. Really can't even explain it. Doesn't even make sense. Marsh, been pretty bad on the mound this season for the Royals. Hard for me to really trust the Royals on a back-to-back like that. Haven't had back-to-back wins in a long time. And I think it was kind of a fluky game here. And I like the Red Sox to bounce back on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at -110. Detroit +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 61-74. The White Sox 53-82. Pitching for Detroit is Reese Olson with an ERA of 5.10. Pitching for the White Sox is Mike Clevinger with an ERA of 3.32. Olson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Clevinger, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Detroit on a 2-game winning streak, beating the White Sox yesterday 4-2. A decent matchup for Detroit, a decent win. Because both teams have been struggling. Again, another hard matchup to judge. Both pitchers giving up some runs here. Actually, Olsen's been a little bit worse here in the last few matchups. I think I'll take a shot with Detroit +1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Houston Astros. Astros opening up as home favorites at -170. The Yankees +145 with the over-under at 9. Yankees coming into this matchup 66-69. The Astros 77-59. Pitching for the Yankees is Luis Severino with an ERA of 6.64. Pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 4.47. Severino, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. He's coming off back-to-back 0-run games here. He's actually been very good on the mound here as of late. Brown coming off a 2-run game. He's had a rough couple starts, giving up 6 and 5 runs in the prior 2. And the Yankees, what a game they had yesterday. I believe they hit 3 or 4 home runs on Verlander, something like that. But I mean, man, they were just hitting on him. And nice underdog win. They definitely needed it. They do struggle against Houston. They're 1-6 on the road against Houston, 3-9 against the Astros here. But from what I saw yesterday, got Severino on the mound, and they're actually starting to hit pretty well. Give me Yankees +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the New York Mets. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -125. The Mets +105 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 76-58. The Mets 62-73. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 3.07. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 5.23. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Peterson, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Seattle losing a close one yesterday, 2-1 against the Mets. Yeah, okay. It looks like Julio Rodriguez expected to be in the starting lineup against Saturday, so that's good. I mean, they definitely missed him when he was out for those games. They just weren't the same. Haven't been hitting the same, without him. Still wasn't able to hit real well yesterday, but still like Seattle's chances here. They still look coming off two very good starts on the mound. I like the Mariners on the road in this one, coming off that loss. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -185. The Twins +160 with the over-under at 9. Twins coming into this matchup 70 and 65. The Rangers 75 and 59. Pitching for the Twins is Dallas Keuchel with an ERA of 3.50. Pitching for the Rangers is Jordan Montgomery with an ERA of 3.19. Keuchel, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Montgomery, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a 5-1 win yesterday, a nice underdog win for the Twins. Crazy, because Scherzer had a really good game early on, striking everyone out, and then, man, that game just really fell apart. And yeah, it's been rough for the Rangers. I don't know what happened. They've just totally flipped. They're just on a bad stretch. Don't look good. Don't know what it is. Minnesota 9-2 on the road against the Rangers here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Twins +1.5 on the road in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Phillies are opening up as road favorites at -130. The Brewers +110 with the over-under at 9. Phillies coming into this matchup 74 and 60. Brewers 75 and 59. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.30. Pitching for the Brewers is Colin Rea with an ERA of 5.11. Nola, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Rea, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Phillies, coming off a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Brewers yesterday, 5-7. Yeah, Milwaukee, they were a good underdog yesterday with Freddie on the mound. Rea coming off 2 brutal starts on the mound, giving up 6 and 5 runs. I think that's probably why the Phillies are favored in this matchup here. But, man, if Rea can have a decent game, I still think Brewers are a great underdog today. And I think we'll have a good game. I'm going to take Brewers +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -190. The Pirates +140 with the over-under at 9. Pirates coming into this matchup 62 and 73. The Cardinals 58 and 77. Pitching for the Pirates is Thomas Hatch with an ERA of 3.20. Pitching for the Cardinals is Drew Rom with an ERA of 8.0. Hatch, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Rom, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Pirates on a 4-game winning streak right now, beating St. Louis yesterday 4-2. Nice win for them. 4-2 on the road against St. Louis, 6-1 against St. Louis head-to-head here. And yeah, Hatch coming off a 0-run game, still getting underdog value. Give me Pirates +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -135. Arizona +125 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 83 and 51. Arizona 70 and 65. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 3.03. Pitching for Arizona is Slade Sassoni with an ERA of 2.57. Bradish, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Sassoni, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore, on a 2-game losing streak right now. Losing to Arizona yesterday, 4-2. Nice underdog win for the Diamondbacks yesterday. And the stat still is alive. Baltimore 1-8 on the road against Arizona. So they've had a lot of struggles against Arizona. And I think it could be a series where they do struggle against Baltimore, or where they do struggle against Arizona. So I think Arizona's got good value at home here. And I'll take Arizona plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Colorado Rockies. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 190. Colorado plus 160 with the over-under at 12. Toronto coming into this matchup 74-61. The Rockies 49-85. Pitching for Toronto is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 3.63. Pitching for the Rockies is Ty Blatch with an ERA of 3.94. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Blatch, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Toronto beating Colorado yesterday 13-9, high scoring affair. And then the Rockies, the struggles still continue, 1-9 in their last 10. 4-game losing streak right now. 0-5 at home. Yeah, I'm going to take Toronto on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 180. The Giants plus 160 with the over-under at 8. Giants coming into this matchup 70-65. The Padres 63-73. Pitching for the Giants is Kyle Harrison with an ERA of 1.86. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 2.60. Harrison, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Snell, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Padres picking up the win 7-3. Both games are just lopsided. Giants winning that first game 7-2 and then a 7-3 loss. So definitely tough betting if you're betting on either side, underdog wise. Padres just still, Padres haven't won back-to-back games in a little bit. And we'll see if they can win back-to-back games here. And Blake Snell, they lost a lot his last matchup on the mound, 3-0. I like Giants plus 1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening, we're looking at pretty much a pick'em scenario here. Both teams at minus 110 with the over-under at 9.5. Braves coming into this matchup 89-45. The Dodgers 83-51. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 3.50. Pitching for the Dodgers is Emmett Shaheen with an ERA of 5.63. Elder, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Shaheen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Braves back-to-back wins against the Dodgers, 9-1 in their last 10. They've looked very good in this series so far. In a pick'em scenario, you got Bryce Elder or Shaheen coming off a 0-run game, but his prior 2 starts, giving up some runs. He actually hasn't pitched since late July, so been out for about a month or so. I think I got to take the Braves in a pick'em scenario. They've just been the better of the two. They've been hitting well, and I think I'm going to take Atlanta on the road. Then the last matchup, we've got the Miami Marlins versus the Washington Nationals. As of right now when I'm recording, there is no line for this game. I can't find a line on any site at all. So I don't know what's up with that. We'll see. I'm sure Miami will probably be a slight road favorite. That'd be my guess. But Nationals, the only info I have for this game is that pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 4.82. Miami back-to-back wins against Washington though. So, coming off an 8-5 win. So they've been good in this series. Washington 1-5 in their last 6. Miami 6-0 on the road against the Nationals. They've played very well head-to-head against the Nationals. We'll see who pitches for the Marlins here, but it'd be hard for me to deter away from the Marlins, the way they've played and just how dominant they've been against the Nationals here. And I'm gonna take the Marlins on the road, unless it's some crazy new pitcher that's given up like 10 runs a game. I'm probably gonna stick with the Marlins on the road in this one. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.